Say if you're driving down Route 66 late at night, you might see her, a lone hitchhiker, dressed in white, standing by the side of the road. If you stop, she gets in, quiet at first, then she whispers one chilling question. Do you know what happened to me? But before you can answer, she's gone, vanished into thin air. In 1993, a young man named Jake was driving cross-country from Chicago to Los Angeles. It was a cold October night, and the stretch of Route 66 he was on was eerily deserted. The only sound was the hum of his tires against the asphalt. Then he saw her. A woman stood by the roadside near an old abandoned gas station. She was pale, her dark hair hanging limply over her shoulders. She wore a white dress that looked old, almost vintage. Something about her seemed off. But Jake, being a kind-hearted traveler, pulled over. She got in without a word. As he drove, he tried making conversation, but she only responded in whispers, short, vague answers. Her voice sent chills down his spine. Then, just as they approached an old bridge, she turned to him, her eyes hollow and lifeless. Do you know what happened to me? She asked. Jake felt his stomach drop. He gripped the wheel, his heartbeat hammering in his chest. Before he could answer, she let out a soft, sorrowful sigh and vanished, right before his eyes. The car swerved. Jake slammed on the brakes, panting, his hands trembling. The seat beside him was empty, but the air was ice cold, and in the rearview mirror, he swore he saw her, standing on the bridge, watching him. The next day, Jake stopped at a diner and mentioned the encounter to an elderly waitress. She paled. You saw her, she whispered. That girl died on that bridge in 1952. Every few years, she tries to find her way home, but she never does. Since then, dozens of travelers have reported the same thing. A woman in white, searching for a ride that will take her somewhere she can never reach. And if you ever find yourself driving alone on Route 66, don't stop for the hitchhiker, because some passengers were never meant to leave the road.